going on, guys? I'm all back with another video, and today I'm going to show you how to strip normal house wiring. Now this is an NMD90 cable. This is a typical house wiring cable that you'd see in this area. It wires your 110 outlets, and I'm not an electrician. I'm just going to show you how to strip this cable, just in case if you're a DIYer and you had to replace an outlet and you couldn't reuse the already pre-stripped cable because it was damaged, so you need to know how to strip it again. I'm going to show you how to strip it. I'm going to show you how to do it properly. Let's get into it. So this is a normal tiny piece of wiring that was extra from a job. So whenever working with a cable or power line, you always want to make sure your power is off. So you always want to go down to the breaker and turn it off. And if you have those voltage testers, which is really good, it's super cheap, you can test your cable. Now, because this is such a short cable and it's not connected to any power source, I don't need to test it because it's not live and there's no power going. So as you can see, the cable, there's two sides that are a bit like taller, two circles, and then in the middle it's a bit flatter. Now one side is the black cable, the other side is the white. Now the black is the hot and the white is the common, and in the middle there's a bare wire with no housing. That's the ground. First you need to get a utility knife, and you need to take your utility knife, however much you need to cut the housing off. You need to score the middle where the ground cable would be. Now be careful, don't score the common or the hot. Just lightly score and you can rip the housing. Now I'm just gonna do that. So after you score it, you can separate the cables a bit so you have space. Now you also need to get yourself some electrical pliers. Now electrical pliers will have spots for you to cut the housings off the hot and common cable, and they also will have a tiny area where you can cut the cable. Now you always want to cut yourself a clean cable because it could have been damaged before. So now then you also want to cut away your housing. You can also do this with an X-Acto knife. For a normal NMD90 cable or typical house wiring, it's typically the 14. Now the 14 is the diameter of the cable. So say I need to strip this much, I'm gonna go to the 14 one, and I'm gonna click and I'm gonna squeeze. Then I'm gonna circular motion, I'm gonna score the housing off. And as you can see there, I've fully cut the housing off without damaging the wire. Then I go back and I just pull the cable, the housing off. I'll show again with the common. I go to 14, or if you have a different gauged wire, find what diameter or size your wire cable is, the copper part, and then use that, and then squeeze, circular motion, score, then pull up. Now if you score it well, it's super easy to come out. If you don't score it well and there's still a bit of housing attached to the housing you don't want to get rid of, then it's going to be harder to pull off. So make sure you go into circular motion and you score the housing off. So there you go, you got your housings all cut and stripped. Now you can take the end of your pliers, or you can use normal pliers, and then you can bend your hook and then you can attach it onto your outlets, drive the screw, and you have an outlet working. You'll also have to turn on the power again for it to work again. So that's how you strip NMD or any electrical cable for your house. If you're gonna replace an outlet and you need to restrip the cables, you know how to now do it properly and right. Don't forget to turn off the power. The way I showed you just before, it can be used for any gauged cable. You score the white housing, protective housing. Then you want to separate your cables. Then you can find the correct size of your copper wire. You use your electrical pliers, and then you score and pull. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to post notifications, and please smash the like button below for the YouTube algorithm and for more people to know how to strip house wiring. Because if you're a DIYer, a homeowner, to replace an outlet, these are basics you need to know.